ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ ਹੁਕਮਨਾਮਾ ਸਾਹਿਬ today is on Ang 641 of Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj in SORAT'H Ragani by Sri Guru Arjan Dev Ji। ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ। ਸੋਰਠ ਮਹੱਲਾ ਪੰਜਵਾ ਘਰ ਦੂਜਾ ਅਸ਼ਟਪਦੀਆਂ। ਇੱਕ ਓੰਕਾਰ ਸਤਿ ਗੁਰ ਪ੍ਰਸਾਦਿ। ਪਾਠ ਪੜ੍ਹਿਓ ਅਰ ਵੇਦ ਵਿਚਾਰਿਓ ਨਿਵਲ ਭੁਅੰਗਮ ਸਾਧੇ। ਪੰਜ ਜਨਾ ਸਿਉ ਸੰਗ ਨ ਛੁਟਕਿਓ ਅਧਿਕ ਅਹੰ ਬੁੱਧ ਬਾਧੇ। ਪਾਠ ਪੜ੍ਹਿਓ ਅਰ ਵੇਦ ਵਿਚਾਰਿਓ ਨਿਵਲ ਭੁਅੰਗਮ ਸਾਧੇ। ਪੰਜ ਜਨਾ ਸਿਉ ਸੰਗ ਨ ਛੁਟਕਿਓ ਅਧਿਕ ਅਹੰ ਬੁੱਧ ਬਾਧੇ। ਪਿਆਰੇ ਇਨ ਵਿਧੇ ਮਿਲਣ ਨ ਜਾਈ ਮੈਂ ਕੀਏ ਕਰਮ ਅਨੇਕਾ। ਹਾਰ ਪਰਿਓ ਸੁਆਮੀ ਕੈ ਦੁਆਰੈ ਦੀਜੈ ਬੁੱਧੇ ਵਿਵੇਕਾ ਰਹਾਉ। ਮੋਨ ਭਇਓ ਕਰਪਾਤੀ ਰਹਿਓ ਨਗਨ ਫਿਰਿਓ ਬਨ ਮਾਹੀ। ਤਟ ਤੀਰਥ ਸਭ ਧਰਤੀ ਭ੍ਰਮਿਓ ਦੁਬਿਧਾ ਛੁਟਕੈ ਨਾਹੀ। ਮਨ ਕਾਮਨਾ ਤੀਰਥ ਜਾਏ ਬਸਿਓ ਸਿਰ ਕਰਵਤ ਧਰਾਏ। ਮਨ ਕੀ ਮੈਲ ਨ ਉਤਰੈ ਇਹ ਬਿਧੇ ਜੇ ਲੱਖ ਜਤਨ ਕਰਾਏ। ਕਾਨਿਕ ਕਾਮਿਨੀ ਹੈਵਰ ਗੈਵਰ ਬਹੁ ਬਿਧੇ ਦਾਨ ਦਾਤਾਰਾ। ਅੰਨ ਬਸਤਰ ਭੂਮ ਬਹੁ ਅਰਪੇ ਨਹ ਮਿਲਿਐ ਹਰੇ ਦੁਆਰਾ। ਪੂਜਾ ਅਰਚਾ ਬੰਦਨ ਡੰਡੌਤ ਖਾਟ ਕਰਮਾ ਰਤ ਰਹਤਾ। ਹਉ ਹਉ ਕਰਤ ਬੰਧਨ ਮਹਿ ਪਰਿਆ ਨਹ ਮਿਲਿਐ ਇਹ ਜੁਗਤਾ। ਜੋਗ ਸਿੱਧ ਆਸਣ 84 ਏ ਭੀ ਕਾਰੇ ਕਰ ਰਹਿਆ। ਵੱਡੀ ਆਰਜਾ ਫੇਰੇ ਫਿਰ ਜਨਮੈ ਹਰ ਸਿਉ ਸੰਗ ਨ ਗਹਿਆ। ਰਾਜ ਲੀਲਾ ਰਾਜਨ ਕੀ ਰਚਨਾ ਕਰਿਆ ਹੁਕਮ ਅਫਾਰਾ। ਸੇਜ ਸੋਹਨੀ ਚੰਦਨ ਚੋਆ ਨਰਕ ਘੋਰ ਕਾ ਦੁਆਰਾ। ਹਰ ਕੀਰਤ ਸਾਧ ਸੰਗਤ ਹੈ ਸਿਰ ਕਰ ਮਨ ਕੈ ਕਰਮਾ। ਕਹੋ ਨਾਨਕ ਤਿਸ ਭਇਓ ਪ੍ਰਾਪਤ ਜਿਸ ਪੁਰਬ ਲਿਖੇ ਕਾ ਲਹਨਾ। ਤੇਰੋ ਸੇਵਕ ਇਹ ਰੰਗ ਮਾਤਾ ਭਇਓ ਕਿਰਪਾਲ ਦੀਨ ਦੁਖ ਭੰਜਨ। ਹਾਰੇ ਹਾਰੇ ਕੀਰਤਨ ਇਹੋ ਮਨ ਰਾਤਾ। ਤੇਰੋ ਸੇਵਕ ਇਹ ਰੰਗ ਮਾਤਾ ਭਇਓ ਕਿਰਪਾਲ ਦੀਨ ਦੁਖ ਭੰਜਨ। ਹਾਰੇ ਹਾਰੇ ਕੀਰਤਨ ਇਹੋ ਮਨ ਰਾਤਾ ਰਹਾਉ ਦੂਜਾ। Satguru Sahib Ji, Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj is explaining to us today. Maharaj Sahib Ji is talking to us in the SORAT'H Ragani in the Kar Duja, in the second house of beat and rhythm, ASHTAPADEES, and this Shabad has 8 Padiyan parts to it. Padiyan literally mean feet, so 8 parts make up this Shabad. Sadguru Maharaj Sahib Ji begins with the Mangalacharan, the introduction. Ik Oankar Satya Gur Prasad. There is one eternal creator Lord Vaheguru who is pervading through all, who is forever Sat eternal and is found through the Prasad, the grace of the Guru. Sadguru Maharaj Sahib Ji begins the Shabad. Sadguru Sahib Ji says, Paath padhyo ar ved bicharyo nivala puangam sadhe. Some people, Maharaj Sahib Ji says, Paath padhyo. Paath padhyo in this case means to read over the vocabulary and to study the grammar, the vyakaran of religious scriptures. Many people spend their lives studying away. Sadguru Pasha Ji says, the grammar of the Ved, of the Vedas, of the Hindu holy scriptures, of other holy scriptures, bicharyo, and sit there debating these. Not taking the essence, but debating. Sadhguru Maharaj Sahib Ji says, if you are just reading in order to debate, Paath padyo aar Ved bicharyo. Paath padyo, why are you reading that part? Why are you reading through those scriptures? Aar Ved bicharyo, just to get the bicharyo, just to get something worth debating out of it. Sadhguru Maharaj Ji says, nivel. Nivel means to clean your nostrils and other bodily organs. Internally cleanse yourself with water by pushing water through these, internally trying to cleanse yourself. Puangam sadhe, and to sadhe, to try and control your puangam. Puangam means the kundalini energy, which is a snake-like energy, described as a snake. It is from the base of the spine all the way up to the last chakra, to the last spiritual center in our body. And Guru Sahib Ji says, people read holy scriptures just in order to debate, just to get one over on other people, just out of ego, just so that they can say, I've read this many. And Maharaj Sahib Ji says, nivel, by pushing water through the orifices of your body, do you think that you'll be able to clean out the sins which are inside you? Do you think you'll be able to clean out the ego which is inside you? Puangam sadhe, and if you try and control the kundalini energy at the base of your spine, if that is the focus of your life, simply doing these things, Guru Sahib Ji says, Pancha jana se sang na chotkyo. But you cannot be saved from the sang, from the company of the Pancha jana, the five who dwell with you, your five companions. Who are they? Desires, ego, anger, attachment, and greed. You cannot be shutku, cannot be liberated from them. These five. Just by simply reading scriptures in order to get into debates, or reading scriptures for your own ego. By cleaning your insides with water, it will not clean the filth of the mind. And by trying to control the energies within your body, you will not be able to control your mind. You will not be able to control these passions. Adik, instead of this, what will happen? Adik ahang buddh badhe. You will be badhe, tied down. Adik, by a great amount of ahang buddh. Ahang buddh means ego. Ahang buddh, the two words put together. Buddh means that understanding. Ahang means of ego. Your understanding will be completely ego-centered, not guru-centered. And Guru Sahib Ji says, Pyare, O my beloved Sikhs, O beloved people of the world, in bid milan jai. This is not the bid, this is not the path, this is not the way of milan, of uniting with Vaheguru. Main kiye karm aneka. I have kiye, performed, aneka, countless of these karma, of these actions. Guru Sahib Ji is speaking to us, but look how great the Guru is. The Guru never says, oh, you are like this, this is the badness, and you know. Guru Sahib Ji takes our sins upon themselves. Of course, Maharaj Ji has never gone through any of these rituals. Of course, Maharaj Ji hasn't taken out any of these actions. Of course, they haven't done nivel or any of these things. But Maharaj Sahib Ji is explaining to us, just like when a teacher teaches his class ABC, he may be a BA degree holder, he may be a postgraduate, but when he's teaching kids, he says A, B, C. A is for apple, B is for banana, C is for cat. And why is this? Do you think he doesn't know? Of course he knows, but to explain to those children, he has to go through the motions as well. And in the same way, Maharaj Sahib Ji saying, Main kiye karam anika. Look how great the Guru is. Taking our sins, taking our mistakes upon themselves just to explain to us. And calling us pyare, their beloved. Har paryo. Maharaj Sahib Ji says, if we ask Maharaj, well, I've done all of these things. How can I get true peace of mind then? Where can I get this union with the Lord that I've been begging for? Maharaj Sahib Ji says, Har paryo. First, paryo. Fall at har. With complete surrender. Surrender all of your ego, all of your clever tricks, everything before the Guru. Swami ka dware, at the door of the Guru. And through the Guru. Dwara means the door, it means through the Guru, through your Swami, through your Lord Master, through Sri Guru Nanak Dev Ji. Dijja Buddha Bibeka. And the Guru himself, look how great the Guru is. The Guru lived the life of Bhai Lehna Ji, Baba Lehna Ji, and became Guru Angad Dev Ji to show us how to har paryo, how to lose our clever tricks. When Guru Nanak Dev Ji said, climb up a tree and shake it, and sweets will fall down, Bhai Lehna Ji never questioned it. When Guru Nanak Dev Ji threw the pot which was in their hands into the mud, Bhai Lehna Ji never questioned them when Guru Nanak Dev Ji said, go and get it. To this point, even when Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj dressed wildly, went into the jungles, and according to the writings of Kavi Santokh Singh Ji and Sri Nanak Prakash, Guru Sahib Ji kept a stick with them and even beat away some of the Sikhs. Even then, Bhai Lehna Ji was there. Har paryo, that is the way to learn. If you want to learn something, learn from Guru Angad Dev Ji's life how to be a true Sikh. Learn from the life of Guru Amar Das Ji Maharaj, 12 years serving the Guru. In the ripe old age of the 70s and 80s, in that age, where people can't even walk around, bringing water for the Guru's Ishnan every morning in the pitch black darkness. There weren't street lights back then. That is the way har paryo, of losing yourself at the feet of the Guru, and through the seva of the Guru, through the selfless service of the Guru. Swami ka dwara, Dijja Buddha Bibeka, and the ardas of the Sikh should be, Dijja, please bless me with Bibek, Buddha. With that consciousness, with that Buddha, with that understanding of Bibek, of true spiritual wisdom, that I can discern, that I can know what is right and wrong. Oh my Guru, please bless me so that I may know the path of the whole. Pause and think about this today. Guru Sahib Ji saying, Mon payo. Maharaj Sahib Ji gives more examples. Mon payo karpati rahayo. Mon payo, you may have become a moni, a silent sage. And within the house of the Guru, spiritual scholars have described 4 types of silence. The first is Gungamon, which is from birth. Some people are born and unfortunately they cannot speak. Others take on Kartmon, which means they try and be quiet like the trees. They don't speak. They give up speaking themselves, and they think that this will quiet their mind. The third is Jardamon. Because of some sort of illness, someone speaks less or gives up speaking. And the fourth is Gyanmon. And Gyanmon has been described by Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji. Chuppe changa nanaka. I would rather be quiet, says the Guru. Vinanave mohigand. Without the name of the Lord, everything else is dirt. Everything else is filth. That is the true time to be quiet. Jithe bolan hariya. Guru Granth Sahib Ji tells us, whereby speaking you will lose the profit of the naam, of the name of the Lord. Where you will lose out. Whereby speaking you will simply engage in India. Whereby speaking you're simply engaging in slander. Tithe changi chop. It's better to be quiet there. There is mourn in the house of the Guru, but there's only Gyan mourn. Spiritual silence. Knowing when to be quiet, knowing when to speak. When the Sangat's doing Kirtan, that's not the time to be silent, that's the time to sing along. When we're talking about the praises of the Guru, that's the time to talk. But when people are slandering each other, that's the time to be quiet. So Guru Sahib Ji says, like the trees, you try and be quiet, but you cannot quiet your mind. Chup na hove je laye raha levtar. Guru Nanak Dev Ji tells us in Japji Sahib, by keeping your mouth shut, You cannot shut off your mind from this world. Kar pati rahe ho. You've even given up eating out of bowls. You're saying that I'll just eat out of my hands. Nagan phiryo ban mahi, and you live in the jungles, nagan, not wearing any clothes. Maharaj says simply by doing these actions, you will not achieve liberation. Tat tirath, you may live on the riverbank of a site of pilgrimage. Sab dharti pramyo, and you may pramyo wander over the whole dharti, the whole world. But dubda chutke nahi, but your dubda, that sense of duality that is within you, that attachment to this illusion of the world, shutke nahi, you will not be shutke, liberated from that. You can only be liberated from the dubda, from that duality, by meditating on Eko Ankar, that one eternal Lord. Guru Sahib Ji goes on to explain that later in the Shabad. Man kamana tirath jai basyo. Why have you gone to the tirath? Why have you basyo? Why have you picked up your things, and why are you living at this site of pilgrimage? Guru Sahib Ji says man kamana, simply for your mind's desires. And even when you go to these places of pilgrimage, you're still following out what your mind says. You're not listening. The idea of going to places of pilgrimage, going to Sri Harmandir Sahib Ji, Sri Hajur Sahib Ji, Sri Patna Sahib Ji, going to these places, the idea is to learn the history of the Guru, to attach ourselves to the Kirtan, to the Itihas, to the history, to the Katha that happens at those places, to learn something, to do seva with the Sangat. But Guru Sahib Ji says that if you go to those places and you just focus upon the kamana, the desires of your mind, then what happens? Guru Maharaj Ji goes on to explain, Sir karvat taraye. There was a pilgrimage called Kansi, and before British rule, what used to happen was there was a karvat, there was a saw, and the priests there at Kansi, they said, anyone who kills himself with this saw will go to heaven. And so many innocent people killed themselves. What was the catch? Oh, you have to give us all of your money, all of your clothes, your wife, everything that belongs to you, all of your land, and then kill yourself with a saw, and you'll go to heaven. These thugs were looting people. And when the British took over that place, they outlawed that. They banned it. But Guru Sahib Ji says that people did this. Man ki mail na utra eh bid. But eh bid, in this way, in this method, you cannot utra, take off the mal, the dirt of your mind. Je lakh jatan karaye. If you try and do this thousands of times, lakh times. Kanik, kamani, haver, gaver. If you give away, bahobid, many different things, dana datara, become a datara, you become a giver and you give away all of these things in dan. What things? Kanik, gold, kamani, your wife, your partner, haver, horses, gaver, elephants. Simply by giving all of these things away and by thinking, oh, this is the way I'll achieve liberation. No. An, bastar, poom, baho arpe. Even by giving an, food away, bastar, clothes away, poom, by giving land away, baho, many of these, arpe, giving them away, naha miliya har dwara. This is not the dwara, this is not the path of miliya, of uniting with Hari, with Vaheguru. And this is not the path of ending up at the door of the Guru. The Guru says, yes, these are all blessed things. But if you are going to give something away in charity, there is a saying in Punjabi, if you give with your left hand, don't even let your right hand know you've given. What does that mean? Don't give something and then go around the whole town saying, oh, I gave this to the Gurdwara, I gave this to this. Then what you have given simply adds to your ego. No. You are meant to give selflessly. Don't get an announcement done to the whole world, oh, I've given this. Maharaj says, this is not the way. You are meant to lose yourself. If you give up yourself, your sense of I, then you will find your husband Lord. Puja, archa, bandhan, dandot. Many people worshipped idols, did puja of them. Archa is to sprinkle water over them. Bandhan, dandot. Bowing down again and again, lying down like a stick is called dandot. Khat karma rat rahata. You have got rat, you are attached to khat karma. The 6 types of rituals. External rituals. But why are you doing these things? Maharaj Sahib Ji says, ha ha kart bandhan meh pareya. Each of these things you do, you wash it away by just doing ha ha. By saying, yes, I did this, I did that. This is mine, that is mine, I gave this, I did this. Ha ha kart bandhan meh pareya. And doing this, you fall into the bandhan, into the entanglements of your ego. Naha miliya eh jugta. This is not the jugta, this is not the path, this is not the method of miliya, of uniting in with Vaheguru. Jog siddh asan chaurasi. You may achieve siddhis, miraculous powers. Through jog, through yoga, you may do the 84 postures, the 84 asanas. E pi kar kar rahya. And you may do these again and again. Kar means again and again. Vadi arja. And through yoga, through controlling your breath, you may get a very long life. But Guru Sahib Ji says, Phir janam hai. But even then, you do not give up your ego. This is not the path of giving up your ego. Phir janam hai, you will be born again and again. Har sil sang na gahya. You cannot attach yourself gahya to the sang, to the company of the Lord. Raj Leela Rajan ki rachana. On the other hand, you may attach yourself to Leela, to pleasures of Raj, kingly pleasures. Driving around big cars, living in big houses. Rajan ki rachana. Adding to your rachana, adding to your collections. Kings would add to their kingdoms. Nowadays, tycoons of industry, or whatever it is, adding to their business empire. Kareya hukam apara. And you think that your hukam, your command is apara, is unchallengeable. You think that your words, your commands are unchallengeable. Well, you've got another thing coming. Sej sohani. Chandana choa. Maharaj Sahib Ji says, you may have a sohani, a beautiful sage, a beautiful bed to lie upon. And sohani also means a beautiful partner. Chandana choa. And your bed may be choa, may be perfumed with chandan, with sandalwood oil, narkakor ka dwara. But if this bed causes you to forget the Amrit Vela, the immortal hours of nectar, the early morning, if this bed, all you do is fulfill your desires, and all you do is attach yourself to your desires, then it becomes the dwara, the door of narkakor, of the deepest hell. Har kirat Saadh Sangat hai. After hearing all of this, the Sikhs say to Guru Arjan Dev Ji, Maharaj, how can we be saved? Maharaj Sahib Ji says, Har kirat Saadh Sangat hai. Sir karma ka karma. O Sikhs of the Guru, O people of the world, do you want to know the sir, the highest of all karma, the greatest action? Karma ka karma, the highest of all actions. Maharaj Sahib Ji says, Har kirat Saadh Sangat hai. Singing the kirat, the praise of Hari, of Vaheguru, in the Sangat, in the company of the sadhus, of the holy Sikhs of the Guru, in the company of the Guru and the holy Sikhs of the Guru, that is the greatest action. Sitting with them, your ego will be washed away. Kaho Nanak tis payo prapt. Sadguru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj, the 5th Guru Nanak Sri Guru Arjan Dev Ji says, tis payo prapt. This is given, blessed upon that being. And that being becomes para, becomes beyond any dishonor. That being goes beyond the honor and dishonor of this world. Jis purab likhe ka lahna, who is purab, who is preordained to receive this. Tero sevak eh rang mata. And this is the rang, the color of intoxication, of true love, that your servant is colored in. O Vaheguru, payo kripal deen dukh panjan. O great Kripal, O merciful Lord, Deen Dukh Panjan, the one who takes away the dukh, the pain of the deen, of the lowly ones. Panjan means to take away. Har har kirtan ihman rata. Let my mind be rata, be imbued with. Let my mind tell me to read Sukhmani Sahib again, to listen to more kirtan, to say Vaheguru again and again, to do 2 hours of Simran, 3 hours of Simran. Give me that thirst inside that I may also say, Akha jiva visray mar jao. Give me that Sache Naam ki lage bhook, that hunger for the true name, that Har Har Kirtan ihuman rata, that my mind may thirst for, that my mind may be imbued with the praises of Hari, of Vaheguru, the nourisher of this world. And Kirtan doesn't just mean getting a vajja out. Kirtan can be you singing your Japji Sahib. Kirtan can be you saying Vaheguru. Kirtan can be you walking along the path, singing a Shabad again and again with love, praising God in all God's glory and form. That is Kirtan. And Guru Sahib Ji says, Rahao Duja. This is the second point to think about in this day. The first, Rahao in this Shabad tells us, fall in front of the Guru and ask for true understanding. And the second Rahao tells us, ask for true understanding and ask for a thirst for the Naam. And these two things are the ultimate blessings in the house of Guru Nanak. Tero sevak eh rang mata, payo kripal deen dukh panjan, hare hare kirtan eho man rata, rahao duja. Vaheguru ji ka khalsa, Vaheguru ji ki fateh.